Okay, so I'm a big fan of Tesla. I got stock in the company, and my goal is to own a Tesla vehicle one day. The Model X is my dream vehicle, but I can settle for maybe the Model Y. So there is some updating of the Model X and S, and I'm gonna talk about my likes and dislikes about this new refresh. Okay, so let's start off with the things that they did right. Now, on the outside, I have to give them credit on the chrome delete. I like the way they got rid of the chrome and darkened all the silver parts. It gives it a better look. I personally like that look because it gives it a better appeal to me by the eye versus all that chrome. Seems like chrome is something that they used to do back in the day, and it used to look okay. It still look good on some cars, but for this, it looks great. The next thing that they did right is keeping that dash screen, that screen right behind the steering wheel. They removed it from the Model 3 and the Model Y, and I really didn't like that look. It looks okay having the screen in the center, that big giant screen, but just having that screen right behind the steering wheel is something that we got accustomed to. And to just take it away, yes, we probably could adjust and finally get used to it. But just having that screen there is just something that our eyes appeal to see, like the speed limit and all those little information that we like to see while we're driving. So I'm glad they kept that in both the new refresh versions of the Model S and X. The next thing I like is the fact that they give you fast charging capability. So you got wireless charging, and then by USB-C, you can do fast charging. And that goes for the front passenger, the driver, and the rear passengers. So the two front drivers can have the option of charging wirelessly or to the USB-C, while the rear passengers use the USB-C to do their fast charging, as long as the phone is capable of fast charging, that is. Now let's touch on some of the things that I don't like what they did to the new models. Number one, the screen in the rear passenger area. Now it's okay to have that screen there just for sake of doing different controlling of, for instance, the rear passenger air conditioner or heat and maybe some other things, but that screen is not good as far as viewing angle. It's too low down, and you're gonna have some neck issues if you keep on looking down at the screen like that. They should have put screens on the back of the front seats, so when the passengers in the rear is watching whatever they want to watch or playing any games, they can at least look up in a good posture instead of sticking the neck down, which eventually is going to become a hurting feeling after a while. Because the taller you are, the more you have to look down versus shorter people who don't have to look down that much. Maybe they're thinking that kids are the only one going to ride in the back seat, but still, even if you have kids in the back seat, one want to watch something and the other want to watch something, or the other one might want to play different games. So having two separate screens would have made it a lot more user-friendly for anybody that's in the back seat. Number two, the steering wheel. Now I know they're trying to get futuristic with these cars because they're designed for the future. This is what the future is going to be. More electric, less gas on the road. And I'm a big fan of the Tesla vehicles. But sometimes the designs of things is kind of puzzle me which direction they go. And this one is one of them that's up there. And I don't think it's going to be well received because people are so used to having a real steering wheel, a round one. Most people drive, like for instance me, they like to rest their hand on top, and with that missing top now, you're not going to have that comfortable resting the hand on the top. Putting your hand down in the center on that stack area is not going to feel too well. You're just used to having that steering wheel on top. It's a cool look for some people when they drive to just have their hands on top versus having it at the bottom. Now when you turn in, you like to put hand over hand sometime. With that missing section, it seems like you're going to be grabbing for air some of the time, and getting accustomed to the missing part of the wheel might be a little bit too challenging. I mean, probably you will eventually get used to it, but I think in the initial get-go from just driving the vehicle, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. Now, this is only a concept view of the car right now. This is not actual. We don't know. I mean, we don't know if they're going to actually come out with the vehicle actually look like that with the half of the steering wheel missing, or they're going to actually bring out a real steering wheel. Maybe this is an option. I don't know. But I just say it's going to be hard to adapt to it because we're so used to having a full steering wheel. And last, on the dislike list, is the price. Now, I already know these cars are premium car and they expect to be at a certain price level. I have no problem with that. My problem is when you're buying the highest of the highest, you should get all the amenities that you like. For instance, you shouldn't be charged extra for any paint choice. You shouldn't be charged extra for having the more premium looking wheels, and the full driving capability of the car by itself should be included. That shouldn't be another extra $10,000. So even if they drive the price up from what it is to about $150 and go ahead and include all those options to the person who's purchasing that vehicle, that would have been a more better option. But choice of colors, choice of interior, choice of wheel, or any other choice at that price level should be included. Most car manufacturers who are building gas car with all those other amenities usually go to include them at the top level price. Now, I know we're talking about gas and electric, and I understand this car is like a rocket. I mean, the speed on it is kind of ridiculous, and the horsepower, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the amenities at a price level. I think those should be included. So those are my likes and dislikes of the new Model S and X refresh. So my number one pick for the likes that I do like about the vehicle is the dual screen up front. Keeping that dash screen is perfect. I like that. My number one dislike is the steering wheel. Now, I know I could probably get used to it after a while, but it's going to take some serious learning curve, not just for me, but for a lot of people to get used to that half cut steering wheel. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you have any input on this topic, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section and let's talk about it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.